I'll admit it, I've been playing a lot of Kingdom Come Deliverance lately, and honestly I avoided the dice game in it for a long time because I didn't feel like learning the rules. The dice game in KCD is loosely based on Farkle, which has countless variations. In Kingdom Come, the game is typically played with 2 players in taverns against NPCs. But don't worry, you can easily play it with more players in real life. In this video, I'll show you how to play the KCD version, whether you're rolling dice in a virtual tavern or sitting around a real-life table with friends. In Kingdom Come Deliverance, each player has their own set of dice because they are loaded. For a real-life game, we'll assume you're using regular dice, so all you need is a shared set of 6 dice to take turns with. Additionally, having a pen and paper is useful for keeping track of points and, if needed, temporary scores during the game. At the start, agree on a target score you play to, commonly 4000, 6000 or higher. In Kingdom Come Deliverance, the game ends as soon as the first player reaches the target score. In a real-life game, you could decide to let the second player or the remaining players take one final turn to try and beat the initial winning score. Just make sure to note who the starting player was for fairness. First, let's go over how dice rolls score points. 1s and 5s are the only numbers you can score individually. A single 1 gives you 100 points, and 2 1s give you 200 points. But 3 1s, that's 1000 points. Each extra 1 doubles the score, so 4 1s are 2000 points, 5 1s are 4000 points, and so on. A single 5 scores 50 points, and a second 5 adds another 50 points. If you roll 3 of any number besides 1s, the score is that number times 100. For example, 3 4s give you 400 points, 3 2s give you 200 points, and 3 6s give you 600 points. If you roll more than 3 of the same number, each extra die doubles the score. So 3 5s give you 500 points. 4 5s are 1000 points, 5 5s are 2000 points, and 6 5s are 4000 points. And finally, there are straights. A small straight rolling 1 through 5 gets you 500 points. A straight from 2 to 6 gives you 750 points. And if you roll the full straight from 1 to 6, that's a big one. It's worth 1500 points. Now how do you play it? If you just rolled the dice once, it'd be pretty boring and entirely luck-based. That's why there's a special twist I'll explain now. At the start of your turn, you roll all 6 dice. Depending on the number and combinations you roll, you can set dice aside to score points. These could be single 1s or 5s or combinations. Anything with a point value can be set aside and scored. You can note these points for reference, but they don't count as final yet. If you set aside at least one scoring die from a roll and decide to bank the points you've accumulated in this turn, your turn ends. Then it's the next player's turn. To roll again during your turn, you must set aside at least one scoring die. As mentioned, you can only score single dice with 1s or 5s. Scoring happens roll by roll. You can't build combinations across multiple rolls. For example, if you roll 3 1s and another single 1 later, that's not a 4 of a kind, instead it's a 3 of a kind and a single 1. This means the more dice you set aside to score, the fewer dice you'll have left to roll. That obviously lowers your chance of rolling something valuable next. Because of this, you might not always want to set aside every scoring die. Sometimes it's smarter to leave a few dice and hope for a better roll. If you manage to score all 6 dice during your turn, whether in one roll or across multiple rolls, you get to re-roll all 6 dice. This gives you a fresh chance to rack up more points. Or you can stop there and bank your points. If you push your luck, you risk your entire turn's points. Because here's the catch. If you roll and don't get a single scoring die, no 1s, no 5s, no combinations, your turn ends with 0 points. Now that's it for the rules. I hope I was able to explain the game clearly, whether you're playing it in Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 or 2 or just on your coffee table. You'll find many more tutorials for exciting board games here on my channel, ranging from beginner-friendly options to strategic challenges, so feel free to check them out. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
Aber jetzt wird's was. So ein Pech!